Picture this: Earth is teeming with life, not the kind of life you'd recognize, but life. Then disaster strikes, but the disaster isn't a meteor or a volcano, it's a gas. Our story begins about 2.4 billion years ago. The planet was a very different place, a vast alien world of green oceans and a rusty red, oxygen-poor atmosphere. No animals, no plants, no forests, just one dominant form of life. Simple, microscopic organisms called cyanobacteria, often referred to as blue-green algae. These tiny titans were changing everything. They were the first organisms to master photosynthesis. They used sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create energy, and as a byproduct, they released something entirely new to the world: pure, deadly, toxic oxygen. Think about that for a second. Their waste product was a poison. For billions of years, other tiny organisms, the anaerobic ones that thrived without oxygen, had ruled the planet. To them, oxygen wasn't life-giving, it was corrosive. It was a chemical burn that destroyed their cells. As the cyanobacteria colonies multiplied, they began pumping more and more oxygen into the oceans and the air. It dissolved into the water first, oxidizing iron and turning the seas from green to a murky red rust. As the seas saturated, the gas finally bubbled into the atmosphere. Slowly, insidiously, the world began to rust from the inside out. This was not a quick event. It unfolded over millions of years. The Great Oxygenation Event wasn't a day, it was an epic. And for the dominant life forms of the time, it was an apocalypse. Those anaerobic organisms had nowhere to hide. Their entire planet was being flooded with a corrosive poison they couldn't breathe, couldn't neutralize. This was Earth's very first mass extinction. It wiped out entire branches of the family tree of life forever. But from this catastrophic die-off, a new world was forged. The oxygen in the atmosphere eventually formed the ozone layer, protecting the surface from harmful solar radiation. It set the chemical stage for a new, more complex kind of life to emerge, a life that would eventually breathe that very poison and call it air. The extinction paved the way for everything that came after, including you. So the air you just breathed is the legacy of the planet's oldest and most profound ecological disaster. Can you imagine a world where the air itself was poison? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.